Hi guys, it's still your girl Dima Art and Craft, and today I am in Imo State. I was invited by the Igbo Youth Progressive Association. I was invited by them to come and join them to visit Chief Dr.Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, the President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide in Otago. So that's why we're here today. So I'll be going in with them to join them to discuss about how to improve our Igbo tradition, how to improve our culture, how to produce things like when you talk of food and a lot of things that are produced in other places. We're discussing about how to produce them here so that we can have access to them as much as we can, you understand, and how to improve a lot of things that has to do with Igbo and all that. So follow me as we go in to discuss about these things today. Let's go. Okay.
I will do to UYP, Igbo Youth Progressive Association. I'm Dr. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, Mwada, come and greet our daddy. This is our one of the artists that is coming up. So greet our daddy, then present this document to him so that he will be able to go through it later.
Okay, Nam. Ekenemgyo. My name is Dima Art and Crafts.
Dima
Arts and Crafts.
Okay, that's right.
So on behalf of UYP,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. First of all, I want to confess that, to be honest, that this is one of the best youth organizations I've ever seen. Because you see, most youth organizations and any hope for the future. I was in our own days, youth were people who were very constructive, very objective, were very obedient, very loyal, and faithful to our tribe, faithful to our people. We were brought up in those days. But recently, I you see, when I see this, as we are talking, I was listening and say that there is hope. When there are people like you, there is hope. I'm not a young man again. Many people think I'm young because my face doesn't look old, but I'm 80-something years. I'm not a young man. I'm not a young person. But God has created me strong. But the truth about it is, we were born at a time when we faced challenges, we rose to the challenge, and we are very proud to rise to the challenge. For example, all know where came with this war, it couldn't afford it. All youth, we the youth took the challenge. If you remember, if you must have read, I witnessed it. There was a coup. Even at that time, all Ndigbo were a coup, all Ndami were a coup. I had done many other coups. It was reported now in Zogu. It wasn't actually in Zogu that did it from what we had. That time, I was in my final year in the university. I was in final year in engineering. I wake up that morning and then when they coup d'etat, all the first time, all the first time in Nigeria. As I may take a lot of a government. I went silence everywhere. I know again in the radio, now money for I have military music, martial music everywhere. I know again, and where information. Now, about the check for more than nearly 10 hours or more. Nobody knew what was happening. There was confusion everywhere. Then I went the news that the coup was led by, that was, what happened is a BBC. And it's good for you younger ones to know some of these facts. Because you see, now we're going to, when most of these die, and they're not transmitting, anything I'm transmitting to you is one that I experienced. So it's factual. Then After that stalemate, the first news was BBC that this coup was led by a young Igbo officer, Muzogu. I never suddenly, and when news again, see that the coup had been crushed. That General Ironsi, who is an Igbo man, crushed the coup. Ironsi was then the leader of the army. So we were in that confusion, really. But that BBC correspondence, wanted that information. Meanwhile, all over the world, the news now Ndigbo, now an Igbo officer in Zogo. But Zogo granted them an interview. Ndi Yoruba, Ndi Mre, because I was in the army. I met people like Colonel Banjo. Victor Banjo was then a colonel. Zogo was a major. And what's the general Ndi Yoruba who fought with us in Biafra. The Yoruba from Meku, most of them joined us in Biafra, they fought with us. Banjo is somebody I know, and Banjo himself was a very good officer. Banjo was a very strong person. So the truth about it, what I'm telling you, Claudia, is good for you to know. That in our own Igbo coup. Ndi Ndigbo Grakora Omunne has that now you don't see miracle. You don't see didn't make any coup. You don't see is the person who stopped it. Otherwise, they could have succeeded. And Nigerian story could have been different. But Ironsi stopped it. Politicians voluntarily handed power to Ironsi. So you could see that Ndigbo. Then from there, I bet there's a woman Ndigbo. A woman Ndigbo, mercilessly. Even we hammer, or we when I have an opportunity to throw you, I'll tell you more details. I'll make this story brief. Now, see, so Igbos were killed, they came back. At the end of the day, Ironsi was given the government voluntarily by the politicians because he supported the politicians by stopping the coup. So Ohaneze had the government. Now, eventually, Hagabu Ironsi. They killed many Igbos. Here is a point when Igbos cannot feel safe anywhere in the country. And we say the Aburi conference. Ojukwu went to Aburi conference, not for secession. Ojukwu never was looking to secede. Ojukwu went there for a restructuring of Nigeria in Aburi to make sure Igbos can live in Nigeria peacefully. Because Igbos had many scattered investments everywhere. And at that particular time, when independence, Ndocha na Ala more or less took Nigeria and handed over to Igbos. Because at that time, things were done on merit. In 1960, for example, there were two universities in Nigeria. One of them was Bada, which is the oldest, or a University College of London. The University of Nigeria, which was then from Americans, know that one. The University of Nigeria was managed by Americans. The University of Bada was managed by British people. So they were going, that time things were on merit. Professor Kennedy Onigbo. On merit. That time the British again on federal character or quota or anything, no, on pure merit. Many Yorubas contested Onigbo Meria. About 2 years later, now they come and said there are two other universities. University of Lagos, then Ahmadu Bello. Ahmadu Bello was a technology for technology to university. Ahmadu Bello, they took a British man as their vice chancellor. University of Lagos, Nigeria. It was a contest between Ndigbo, Nandina Ndigbo, mainly Yoruba professors. In that press, Onigbo win here. Onigbo, the vice chancellor, them Professor Njoko, it's from your place, Professor Njoko. He later on became the vice chancellor of the University of Nigeria. So Professor Njoko was the vice chancellor. So when we have 4 universities in Nigeria, 2 of them were having Nigerians and 2 of them were all Igbos. Things were done on merit by that time. Then the other 2, Nke Ahmadu Bello was a British man, Ken Suka was an American. Now, Ibekwa na civil service, Ibe na army, when Ndocha na Ala, things were on merit. Elonya genye army, enyere Ironsi, on merit. When Ana Ala, Elonya genye police force, enyere Edet. ịma edet ha ndị Hausa na-akpọ ndị rula niile ndị Igbo, everybody ma ndị Calabar and so on, enyekwa ya that person, so edet. So ịgakwa that time, the economic advisor, over 60% of the Ndigbo, because Ibia education was a very important thing to us. And the guy with functional education, and I've been a competition, first. That time, the dominant word that they were Igbo domination, Igbo domination. Igbo domination in those days is just because Igbos had a very strong educational base. All of us, like when we came out, when I came out from 1959, we were independence. Went to secondary school. That time, and when scientists, engineers, doctors, we lacked them. So federal government gave a scholarship to the best 50 students in the northern Nigeria, best 50 students in eastern Nigeria, best 50 students in western Nigeria. There were 3 regions then. And in those days, I went any lobbying. I got a Cambridge. Yeah, I left out Cambridge school certificate, University of Cambridge. They only go to Cambridge. In my letter, when independence, I was here, but when I on Cambridge, and I got with the result, I publish it. You don't lobby anybody. You don't apply. Some of us, whose parents were poor, but we had brain, so we got things. I never had any hostel. I never talked to anybody to get everything I wanted to get. I got up one morning. I got daily times. When I my father, I published my name to do undergraduate course in pure mathematics, applied mathematics, physics, and chemistry. So that is how I eventually became an engineer and a scientist. So in our days, things were done on merit. When we went to school that time, the first time I got to meet people from other tribes, I knew Ndigbo. We made up our mind, the use of our days, Igbo use. We made up our mind to outclass them, to be the best. Because you see, if somebody's father is rich and he's bragging with his father's money, give buy and get him. Develop your brain and then beat him in class. That one, he can't do anything about it. He can't do anything about it. Then that time he will be forced to serve you, because brain is mightier than money. So in effect, Igbos had that in mind, and Igbos succeeded in a generation. To cut this short, when this war thing started, Igbos were one advantage. So eventually, when Agaburi, Gowon was the president. And he agreed with Ojukwu in Aburi, Ghana. Gowon may agree on the restructuring Ojukwu proposed. Ojukwu Alota, we are not going to leave Nigeria. But Gowon about Nigeria, I think British High Commission and those and in Nigeria, that thing I get a favor. They changed their mind in Nigeria. It's good for people to know how this war came about. They changed their mind to say no, that we must come back to Nigeria on their own terms, without bothering. They have killed their people. Oh God. Some of us, the use of that time, well, we said, what are we living for? If we live in a place, ndị mmadụ bịa gbuo gị gbara ọsọ lọta n'ụlọ gị, atụrụ gị bịa n'ụlọ gị, Gowon na government announcement say that now all military action not gonna last 2 weeks. Gowon announced that I get finish it in 2 weeks. And he was talking like a soldier. You know what happened? He got a blackmail line to America, to Britain, to Russia. They told them that Igbos are greedy. Actually, in Nigeria, Igbos, now have economic power, now have the richest people, now have educational power, now have the bureaucracy, now have political power. And I have political power, don't close the Igbo, now have the greedy, now Igbo domination. America bought it, Russia bought it, Britain was with Nigeria. They were against us. So they closed up and they blockaded us. It's good for you young people to know the type of valor your father have in our days. So and they ganga up. Go and say that we must surrender to Nigeria on their terms. Now I got blockade this, now when they get arms, when you get anything. Well, we now show them the importance of education. Ndigbo nwere many Igbos na-arụ ọrụ na ebe na manufacture equipments in America and Britain. Those engineers came together, formed an association, formed what we call research and production in Nigeria, under the leadership of Professor Ohaneze. Ohaneze onye abagara, but I was a professor of engineering in the University of Nigeria then. I was the person in charge. He now recruited some of us, 3 best students. I was then the best in engineering. He recruited one Pius Okeke, who was the best in physics. Then he got a Diarinze. 3 of us were the engineers, young students, who worked in the production of, we produced our own arms. I produced my bombs, my bunigwe, my rockets. We produced everything. We just destroyed the ship. So we did all those things, and I was then a young person. But you see, my men and Moki. But you see, so you know, I am to see here. But if my Abraham on a no bigger lawyer, India Tiger lawyer happened to Hannah cry, Yammer, and no been never. So I know about only 2 months. Mbapo. I applied to school for him admit. Then I started the journey in battle. So that's how I became a soldier. And it's a long story. I can tell you more of it somewhere here. Now, but the long and short, the story long and short. This in Naimak now 2 weeks. We held them for 3 years. And I have been making when the follow Biafra, they are telling lies. The person who is alive today, who can tell the story is Iwuanyanwu. I am the person who commanded the battle for defense of Uli Airport. I commanded that battle. That bridge, Nanja bomb destroyer. I mind that place because I started the battle. I started fighting them from I pushed Nigerians. I pushed them run Obaku Junction. Then I saw 2 armored vehicles, very brand new armored vehicles. I called the people to send me an armor cover. They didn't have any. I still no repairs. And they wanted to send me 500 people. So I know. I couldn't manage. So I started. Over a point in Lulun at the battle, I lost 12 of my soldiers, including 2 officers. Then I told them I was calling off this, and I destroyed that bridge. Then I told them to cut off. I told my commander, where Egwazie Ojukwu. I was the person who made it possible for Ojukwu to escape. Because if I didn't put up the fight I put, because their plan was to capture Uli Airport, block it, so that the Ojukwu cannot escape. Kegido Ojukwu alive. Ojukwu was a hero to us that time. I one of the young people. Oh, Ojukwu was as a hero. And I didn't like so much, and he respected us. So, Mfono has that I'm cutting off the battle. I have destroyed the bridge, the campus. I put on a mortar bomb on top of a hill there, where they will be watching and then shelling them as soon as they move there. I finished all this. They even tried to go to Uli through Olu and Ihiala. Then at Umaka, that bridge there, one General Wategu confronted them and fought them. So they couldn't succeed. Eventually, the war ended, no victor, no vanquished. So that is a war that they say will last two. And then when it ended, Nigeria gave us good conditions. They told us no 3 hours. It was in very good condition. They gave us, nobody was to be tried, and Ojukwu was to come back and continue politics. They assured us, because when we discussed with them, we told them our terms. Ojukwu must be given right to come back whenever, and they agreed, and they did it. They did everything. Nigeria did everything. Gowon is a great leader. He did everything he promised. So the truth about it is, our own generation, we saw this, but today, Lenka Neme Abela now, Iga Anokata, somebody bear this Ohaneze now, somebody take up that. I need to ask our secretary. That's how initial Ohaneze, quotes all the Ohaneze quole. Anokata, look, Agora na the president is not on Ndigbo. That's what they told us. Eke, asị na nke atọ ndị Igbo ha achọghị ịnapụ anya. Ohaneze anyị ekwu si na anyị ga-support Peter Obi. We supported Peter Obi. Anyị anọ na Labour Party. Ohaneze ahụghị political activity, ahụghị political party. But we did it because since 2009, since 1999, ndị Yoruba, Obasanjo, since that, well, first of all, Abiola winning, because he's been treated as a president today, that's one. Shoneko, Aga, then Obasanjo, Aga, then Oyenka Bena war vice president. So about 5 of them are Agara. Even one of the minorities, Jonathan Agara, Okwaranya Jonathan Agara, Mwanonga, only the team in Agote, Okwandi Bunyaka. Then I walk one Ndigbo, only fight for independence. One independence, the person who championed it was Dr. Nandazikiwe. Without Nandazikiwe, all this is so I am removed for Lumagana Arisik, on a Utem so much. Zik suffered for independence. But the pressure in Nigeria was so overwhelming. Zik suffered for independence. So you could see that now Igbo have not come even once. The European went for. So that's why we said it's not that neither against Tinubu, no. But Tinubu is a friend of mine, to be honest. When I had the number, because Abiola was my very good friend. And then Abiola used to come to me, so I don't have anything against him. But you see, there are different things. Myself, Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu was Emmanuel, and Emmanuel was an Igbo man. We have to defend the cause of our people, for the image and name of our people. So in that election, Peter Obi represented the Igbo man. Because all Abra non-election that time, and one year Fulani, and 1 year it will affect the psychic of the younger ones in the future. So I think Peter Obi, even if he didn't win, Igbo put a up our effort. We have fought and we have done that. So I don't regret what we did. But I have told Igbos too that having done this, when a government is put in place, we are very faithful citizens of Nigeria. So we are not going to work against the federal government. We are part of the federal government. Because in this government, we have tried, we have worked very hard, we have established, we are the only people who are dispersed all over the place. And for your information, from the report in the Nigeria one, every report on they regard Igbos as the richest part of people in Nigeria. Because you see, I have all the documents. I will give you at another meeting, not here. I will give you all those things. But to know that your phobias have tried. They have tried very much. So, unu na meha on atomoto. Now, you have mentioned everything about job creation, character formation, because character is very important. Character is why in those days I will mark. In my own case, my father was a teacher when I was born. I was a teacher. I had a character, but today, can hang these drugs, and you say that drug is dangerous. It's very dangerous. For energy, so when your leader was speaking, I was very impressed. So a young man in Nigeria, only Bogapota today, we can address these issues. So I've been very, very happy. Because these are the things, even if you have the whole money and wealth in the country, without character, it's nothing. Without character, it's not, what made us today is not wealth. Most of us are not from rich families. It's not money. Because, look, brain can help you to make money. Myself, how did I make my first money? I specialize in highway and hydraulics. I made my first money with my brain. There's 40 concrete used in Nigeria today. I am the person who is my research. As a young engineer, I was highly rated. I built Enugu Airport as a very young engineer. That time on Enugu Airport, the specification for the flexible pavement, that is the tarring, not flexible pavement, is Macadam BS standard. At that time, I was an engineer marshal in America who was carrying out a study in asphalt concrete. So I joined. I decided to join the research, and I carried out a test here with materials from Bakileke, that's stone, for dust from Kalagu cement factory to work in them, and to be honest, and then bitumen from Port Harcourt, I got results better than even what they got in America. I sent it to Federal Highway. That time, one engineer Sili from Onitsha was the director of Federal Highways. They were very highly impressed. He was very excited. Then, as you get to Geneva, engineering lab, they say, correct. So they now decided to be using it. And then, it's not only that, I also made money for the patent. The engineers recommended me for national honor. That is how I got my first national honor when I was a young man, MFR. Today, I'm the only Nigerian I have seen who have been honored by Nigeria 3 times. I have a MFR, which I got through engineers. I have a OFR, which I got because I established the biggest science research center, Raw Material Research Development Council of Nigeria. I founded it. And I was their chairman for some years. Then after that, I got OFR. Then later on, I did a lot of work. I chairman so many things in engineering and works. And then they made me commander of Federal Republic. So I have MFR, I have OFR, I have CFR. I'm did the honor 2 times, but I haven't seen anybody honor 3 times. So I give thanks to God that I've been honored 3 times. Even here in Imo, my name is in the Hall of Fame. I'm a Grand Commander of Imo. That's the National Honor Kendimo. African University Students Association. I've trained many people in the university. They recommended me for honor, and my name is in Hall of Fame in Addis Ababa. So, to be honest, I have won Mandela Leadership Award. I have won another Leadership Award. I have won a lot of honors. So, to be honest, at 81, I'm 81 now. At 81, I think God has been good to me. Yes. I'm not bothered. At 81, I'm strong. I'm healthy, and then apart from my leg, I had a bullet injury during the war. Most people who knew me before knew I used to walk with stick. But God has helped me. I went to John Hopkins. When I went to John Hopkins, the thing was healed. So I'm well now. So the truth about it, God has been very faithful to me. Now, coming back to Ohaneze Ndigbo, we have a problem. This problem we have, like I was reading in paper the other day, in the National Assembly, there are zonal positions. Okay, Kenyan Ndigbo, deputy speaker, Ohaneze Ndigbo. It's an insult on Igbos. I am one president, I am one vice president, so I am one meeting Ohaneze. I am one meeting Kwosi Lekwe. Now here about Ndigbo. I was in the car. I said, look, I am interested. I went in the car and say, in the car we complain. They are all complaining. I say, look, have photo according to their conscience. So we are not supporting the zoning. In the here, one boy is here with Suguzo. I saw an article that said, Ohaneze, Nana support zoning. Nana support it. Then I see in there, at time it could happen during my own time. You see, here only any mother go his people. You know, it is unfortunate for anybody to do that. Because you see, why should somebody go and say that na any ekere here na Igbo? Ndi dika Ndigbo, actually I'm going to president, anapa any high president, any high vice president, any high senate president, this is high not deputy speaker. Oh, Mpare. And we are a major tribe who fought for the independence of this country. I bet today, the economy of this country, I can just prove later on. In all investments in Nigeria, Igbos going over 72% now in the government, in the whole country, my local governments. So here a corporate body, Igbos were major shareholders. Because of our place, or any part of the north, we are not operating. Then why do you treat us that way? And then our aga small money near our son, and of course right trouble. So now the Secretary General of Ohaneze Ndigbo. I mean, now for Ohaneze Ndigbo, now for Ndigbo. I mean, how can this Igbo talk for Igbos? when Iwuanyanwu is there. You know, Ima, this is the thing that frustrates me with this generation. That type of thing cannot happen in our days. It will never happen in our days. When a small boy like that, you see, Ogala make an announcement. Look, our brother is in court. All John Paul quote that now I get make no this month. I got support the out Ndigbo can Ndigbo na support. I don't Ndigbo pro. Only when I check no Ohaneze pro. Ohaneze can no issue didn't say now I man abandon our brother. It's not that we are against Ndigbo. I'm not against. I can't be against Ndigbo. Ndigbo is a person who is a friend. But the point, I want to make a commitment to the cause of Igbos. First, before I talk of any other one. So this type of thing, Indian colony, all youths, we use all old people on their natural go up and down. And you know, they are just selling Igbos. And it's very unfortunate that only one Igbo gapota, who nekroke, a Kenyan Igbo. Ndị ndị oke kwos lekwe enyi n'Igbo adịghị mma. Gị sị na ọ dị mma. Na ịtụ echukwe na ndị Igbo ya gwa ha na onye Igbo everybody got support to that man kwe Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom also yes that boy na for Echigbo also Akpabio. Na Ohaneze kwuru na Akpabio ka ga support. Ohaneze ke nọ n'isi ka ọ na-ekwu na Akpabio. Bekwa nga na-ekwukwe that na Ohaneze kwere na Tinubu ka ga support. You know, we are not against Tinubu. But the point is, see, if Tinubu wins, fine, we are going to support him. Why not? We are not backing away from Nigeria. We are going to support him. But our brothers still hand on a court. So let's wait and see how things go. So I think I've actually been very grateful. People. You know, the truth about it is that now I have many people who believe in me. And since I have said what you are doing is good, it's quite complimentary and it's good. So I'll tell other people to help you.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Daddy, thank you very, very much. Daddy, Igbagezoku, Nabatarani, na Upe Guarani. I was almost crying because we missed somebody. But I think you are, in fact, you were a great replacement of Mbazurike in our life. Thank you very much. Ezoku, Ndigbo. And Hasana Joronjo, Washi, or Hamenanji Jonjo. Chineke de Tregnono there. Imeki Igbo dịrị n'udo biko amara ama na onye ga-atampe ya ndị na-agaghị daddy may matter some people wo che na ha wo ogada gbachiri ụzọ a ga-agari ọtụ ha because anyị chọrọ ime onye Igbo isi dị mma n'ahụ ụzọ anyị ga-akụrụ aka n'ụzọ ga-agwa ihe ị na-emere anyị achọkwaghị ya onye ha continue ya anyị gwara ha na Lagos dịka anyị na-agwa ndị okenye sị ha a gacha iweta ọgụ ndị okenye ndị ahụ akọrọ ahụ ifepụ ụmụ nwoke ifepụ youth n'ike anyị nweta gị gaba arụ ọrụ kọpụta a ga na-enye gị nri na-ayiwe gị akwa na-akwụ ụgwọ gaba na-arụpụta ọrụ tili gị echegharịa. Daddy imeela. Thank you very, very much.
I have said this several times in public statements and many places. I've said it. Those who know me very well, I won't go ahead and talk from people. I tell everybody what I feel because I don't have any I'm not from a rich family. I think I own them with big things. And I like ego. I like him. I'm not interested. But Chineke I'm rich. Or just God's work. But I don't have need for money. I don't want. If you think you own the world, it's your business. I don't have anything. And they really only once a day. I mean, I can't eat more than once a day because I'm getting fat. So the truth about it, I don't need anything from anybody. All I need from you now is how to make Igbo land a better place. As I said in that my acceptance, because even Ndigbo bera went kwaso bebenno when I was the only person, the whole of Igbo back across 7 states near Mahijagamba. Why bonny boys I mean, Igbo without any opposition. Apart from Makanda and Ekudo, this Siguzo, he is not attacking me for the position. onye na-ekwu na ya secretary secretary kwa na onye mere let ambassador Okemuche ọkwa onye abịa so ị na-ajụ ndị na-enye nsogbu oke eso isi guzo onye abịa isi guzo onye abịa ọ ya onye na-enye nsogbu onye nke ịmụ ya na ya sowu ibe onye nke ahụ onye nke ha nakwa ekwu okwu aga ndị ma agwala ya and in fact ya nwa bịakwara to my office ọ bịara to me today may play loyalty and so on. So the truth about it, this is when we're gonna know isi guzo because I na-anụ na ndị iro abana ya agara jie ndị chiri imeghasị ala Igbo. But let me tell you, ka unu na-ala obi ụjọ atụla unu. Ịma unu go Psalm 127. Also except the Lord keep the house. The laborers labor in vain. Ịhụ n'ala Igbo Chineke ji anyị. Unu ga-ahụ ihe Peter Obi mere. Ọhụkwana ya Chineke mere ihe. Peter Obi hasn't got the capacity for that. It's God. Because Chineke na-anakwa ndị Igbo. Ya ha o mere ime ochekiri Nigeria. Bịa nwunye na Lagos, nwunye everywhere. Ihe ndị ahụ all Chineke na-arụ ya. So that's what we do. So this is the point. So I want you to know that God whom we worship, because He man ndị Igbo na-ekpe Chineke. At times ha na-eche na Chineke ha na-ekpe ọ na-anụ. Because this thing Peter Obi gara, even if he doesn't win, ndị mmadụ na-atụrụ ndị Igbo ụjọ. They respect us. Ịma today, aga na Lagos, ha na-atụrụ ndị Igbo ụjọ. Ha na ndị Igbo dị relevant. If Peter Obi didn't come, onwe ga-ama na nwere such power to defeat onye Yoruba na Lagos. I mean, that will show you that God is with us. If we didn't fight the war, the respect that we today, we won't have it. So that is why those of us who are young, who fought the war, we feel happy that we did it, even though most of them are one now. In fact, ndị mana ha mere graduate, ndị bụ ndụ nna hweru up to 2 or 3, ndị mana ha mere graduate na military academy. When I graduated, you see. So the point about it is that we put everything to God. Ihe niile ha na plan, 1 million isi guzo cannot defeat the will of God to help Igbos. Because our own Ndigbo, we are trusting in God. We are trusting in God. We are not working against anybody. Okay, Ezo knows something to somebody. I better before, things were on merit. I better on merit. The first 6 Ndigbo on merit. Igbo domination everywhere. Ekuze na ga-enwezi federal character. Federal character means na onye Igbo nwere ike nwe 300 na JAMB. Onye ọzọ enwe 200. Eburu onye nwere 200. Hapụ onye nwere 300. Maka na federal character. I say okay, anyị ekwele. Abatikwa na nke president a. Erukwe na turn anyị anapa anyị. You know, these are some of the things that young people like this. Ego dị mma, but ego is not more than honor. When you are doing this as a young man, you are thinking for future. That's why when I see you and this your group, I feel there is hope for Igbos. One day, one.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my sister.
I'm Dima Sancraft, and you?
That is wonderful. I am Reverend Ambassador Gabriel Dr.Emmanuel.
Oh, I can see you're putting on. What's the name of this you're putting on?
Okay, this is a tag for our farmers, our people working in the farm. It's called Ndigbo Youth Progressive Association Farm Projects.
Ndigbo
Youth Progressive Association Farm Projects.
Okay, wow. So what's your vision for creating this organization?
Well, by the special grace of God, we are believing that Igbo must be good again. We intend restoring the glory of the Igbos by bringing a good and conducive environment where people can invest, where people can feel like coming to have their holidays as it used to be before. Making food available. We want to make sure in the next few weeks, in the next few months, like in the next 2 years now, food will be affordable and available. All what they plant in the north, we want to start planting it here. From research, we have come to understand that our soil will grow it better than even any other place in this country. Our soil is so fertile, and you need to see where we are at where they call Alamano in Okigwe. Alamano in Okigwe, Imo State. They gave us a massive land to plant, where we can plant tomato, turmeric, we want to plant onions, we are planting corn right now, because Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former president of Nigeria, gave us 1 ton of hybrid species of corn. So that is what we are working right now, making sure that in the next 3 months there will be a result of all these things we are doing right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is it only in the Imo State that you have your farm, or you have it all over the Enugu?
Well, all the states in the east, including Delta. Including Delta, we are giving states 3 bags of this corn containing 30 sachets. So times that 30 times 3, that is 90 sachets of those things per each state. All the states are available. And we have been settling. Ebonyi State is an example. They carried that on last week with a little token of 200,000 naira to support them, to motivate them to start. And the one we are doing now is the central, that is the national. Every state has their own.
Where is the Enugu State farm located?
Well, I have not been there. I was told they have located the land and they have been given their own property, as in the corn, to start.
What about Anambra and the data you made mention?
Anambra, all of them, their own, they never come to carry their own. We said once they are ready, they will come and carry it in Enugu. Those things are right there in Enugu.
Wow, I must appreciate your effort. That will really help to go a long way for us to have a lot of food and be able to have things that we need around us, so that we'll not have to go extra mile just to look for food or all that. So I so much appreciate it. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you.
We equally appreciate you. We need people like you. As you can see, we said we are intending growing our arts, our culture. We commend your company. I appreciate your manager, and I want to tell you, you are our pride over the world. Igbo are very beautiful. Our culture is very wonderful. More grace.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys.